All right, this Heygo rerun tour is February 2022.
That's right.
We are at Laumeier Sculpture Park in St. Louis, Missouri. What's really fun about this one is there was like a blizzard the day before, or 2 days before, I can't remember. So we are trudging through the snow on this one, but getting to see these really cool sculptures with the snow as the backdrop.
It was really pretty.
Yeah, see you there.
He's trying to get me. We each try to get each other like right as the camera's coming on.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Is my mic? Can you hear me? Okay. I threw my mic on and didn't pay attention to where it is. So,
Hello.
good.
Oh, good. All right.
We like a good thumbs up. Hi, everybody. Dawn and Tish and Robin, Lyndon in London. I love that.
London.
Yeah.
We're very excited because it's sunny and gorgeous today. So,
It's gorgeous.
yeah, it's gorgeous.
Hello, gorgeous. Hi, Joan and Janice. Hi, Janice. Trudy. Oh, my goodness.
We
So many
have
familiar folks.
Hi, Susan O. We have about 7 minutes before we get going. We're just going to say hi here for a few minutes and catch up with
Susan.
you folks.
Oh.
Susan. Oh.
Jill says, Patrick, how many performances today?
2 today, 2 tomorrow.
And my whole family is coming to tonight's show. Sherry's
Sherry,
here.
my sister Sherry's here.
Yay.
Sherry has been through this whole journey. We've Aaron's, as he started to say, my in-laws, Aaron's dad is bringing a group of 80 people to the show this evening. So I have been sweating it for the last 5 weeks, just sort of, hoping that I do not get COVID. I have been so careful. And I just took my final test this morning, which was negative, so I can do the show for Aaron's family and friends, a group of 80 coming tonight, so I'm very excited.
Final one before tonight's
Yeah.
show. Then it'll continue on the rest of this tour
yeah.
to be safe. Tish asked if we'd seen the sledding video. Yeah, we showed it to my niece this morning because they were her sleds that we borrowed, and it's hilarious.
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
pretty
funny. For those of you that don't know, yesterday we did a tour in Forest Park, which is sort of like the Central Park of St. Louis. You laugh so hard, I know. And at the end of it, we surprised the Voyagers and went sledding.
Yeah,
Do you have gloves?
I do.
Oh, okay, good. I just got worried seeing your bare hand. It's going to be chilly.
Yeah.
It's 17 degrees Fahrenheit, -8 Celsius.
Yeah.
For our tour.
We still have about 5 minutes before we're going to get going. For those of you who may not know us, thank you for joining us, first of all. I am Patrick.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're really glad you're here. We're just saying hello, so the tour has not started. We'll get going in about 5 minutes.
Kathy's on. We'll see you later today.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, see
Yay.
you tonight.
Somebody said they saw Luge and thought of us. It was basically our Olympic tryout.
Yeah.
There was the sledding in front on Art Hill here
Yeah.
in St. Louis.
That would be
They haven't
kinda
called
fun.
yet.
No, not yet. I always thought it'd be fun to go bobsledding, but then also scary. But
I want to go bobsledding.
Okay.
I think you can do it. I think like at Lake Placid they'll let you do it. I think my sister Laurie did it one time. Sue, you're from South County. Yay. We're in your hood.
Wonderful.
Have you been here before to the Laumeier Sculpture Park, Sue?
Hi, Kat.
Question must be why.
Oh, I know. The snow is so nice.
Once, you've been here once. Maybe, I bet there's new stuff, because they add new stuff all the time. Can we build, well, let me ask, do you want to build a snowman? Do you want to build a snowman?
I can't remember the next line.
No, thank you, not today.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. No, thank you, not today. Why would you want to bobsled?
Oh my gosh, it seems so fun.
It seems so fun. I mean, we're thrill seekers too, though.
It could be scary though. Sioux City.
Oh, South City.
Oh, sorry.
Yay. Well, welcome, Mark.
Hey,
Bobsled with
welcome.
the snowman. Kill two birds with one stone. Why not? Is that a bird? Or is it a sculpture? Did you hear it? Oh, there. Hello? I think it's a bird. It joined us on today's tour, that bird.
I'm trying to think of that music from Mary Poppins when robin feathering.
Yay. He went to Bill Smith. And West County. Hi, Sheila. We've got
Oh,
lots
boy.
of St. Louis folks on today's tour.
Oh, yay.
We, by the way, I'll say this again when we start the tour. We have each tested this tour separately and not in the snow. So we have no idea what the paths are going to be like on today's tour. We haven't ventured off into the entire tour. So it could be...
It's a pretty large park.
Yeah.
It'll be an adventure for all of us.
But that's kind of the fun, right? To just sort of get stuck in the middle of it.
Yeah, we got
Of
our
all
snow
the
boots
snow.
on. We're fine.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Terry and Jolene, I'm guessing,
Oh.
is Team J. Hi, everybody.
Yay.
Oh, thanks, Sue. Always an adventure, yeah. Yaks tracks. Oh, Cindy, we don't know those. I'm guessing that's some sort of like cleat for the boots.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I immediately thought it was like a Ben & Jerry's ice cream flavor.
That does sound good. Hey, can you pick up some Yaks tracks when you're at the at the store? We're about 2.5 minutes away, everybody. We should take turns pulling each other on the sled. About 2.5 minutes away. If you're new to us, I'm Aaron.
I'm Patrick.
And we are normally the New York City guides. For those of you that don't know, Patrick is on the national tour of the musical The Prom. He's here in St. Louis, which happens to be near... My sound keeps dipping. Is that happening for everybody?
Oh, weird.
Let us know if that's happening for everybody. But he happens to be... Oh, thumbs up. No, good here. Okay, so maybe give it a refresh if it's dipping, because it could be a technical... maybe you just have to refresh the screen. It's so cold, so sometimes our technical stuff isn't always happiest in the cold. Sheila, these are designer glasses. Designer by what? Supercuts. I don't know about you guys, but I always throw the freebies in the car.
Yeah, because if you lose them.
Yeah, and I didn't think I would need the sunglasses, but then with the snow, it's so bright.
Good morning, Maureen.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't finish. So Patrick's here doing the prom, and my family is from this area. So it's I would say kill two birds with one stone, but it's much more joyful than that. Celebrate two birds with one stone.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Hi. Yay. Oh, yeah, Maureen is from here, too. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, guys. Oh, I think you mean suntan weather. Yes. I wonder if we could get a tan from the sun bouncing off of the...
Off the white snow? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. It's possible.
We have under a minute left, and we're going to get going here.
Carlinville in the winter tour. It is beautiful. And I was there. I was there Wednesday and Thursday in the middle of the snowstorm while Patrick was working. I went to visit my dad. Where are your gloves? I know, Maureen. That's what I said. I said, where are your gloves?
I have them in my pocket. If the sun is out, so I'm actually okay. I'll put them on if it gets... Yeah, you can get sunburn. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Well, maybe we'll, get a little bit of color today.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
It's starting to... Oh, we're almost ready to get going. That's exciting. In 1 second. Bam! There, our light turned green.
Confetti cannons.
Yay!
Here we go.
Welcome, everybody. For those of you that are new to us, let us know in the chat, by the way. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Patrick.
And we are normally the New York City tour guides. Patrick is doing the national tour of the Prom, which is here at the fabulous Fox Theater in St. Louis, Missouri, through the end of the week. And so it's a wonderful opportunity for us to go on our road trip adventures and show off areas that we love.
That's
and
right.
I'm from this area originally, so we're trying to show off some sites that we love in this area. It is a live tour. If you have any questions, oh, thanks, Jane. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us in the chat. It is super bright, especially with the sun and the snow, and we've got our screen at the brightest level. So hopefully we can see everything today in the chat. But if we do miss a question, go ahead and ask us. I will also say that this sculpture park is huge. So we're going to be skipping some sculptures that you might see. You might see some in the background, and we're skipping so that we can get all the way on our
Some of the
adventure.
cooler ones
Yeah,
at the end,
exactly, yeah.
Also, you can take postcard pictures on this tour. I know all of you know this already, but just in case there's one or two people that don't know, whenever you see something you like, just click the center button at the bottom of your screen, and Heygo will save that postcard picture in your Heygo profile, and you can send those to your family or friends or share them with whoever you like, or just enjoy yourself.
If you're having any technical issues, good luck. Am I right? Oh my gosh, technical issues are the worst. We're not the best with it, but there are some help cues on the side to help you. So if you're having any technical issues, give that a whirl. It is super cold here today in St. Louis, so hopefully we don't have any tech issues on our end, but sometimes the bitter cold doesn't like us. But it is 17 degrees Fahrenheit right now, -8 degrees Celsius. It's 11 a.m. here in St. Louis, Missouri.
That's right.
And with all that said, should we get started?
Yeah, let's get going.
I should also say that I'll say this again, we've tested this tour separately and probably each come up with routes separately. But because of the winter storm, we haven't fully gotten to do it together yet. So it could be an adventure as we're pointing each other each way, and we might fall in the snow or have to go traipsing through snowbanks. So bear with us, but it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Do you need that?
Oh, that's what I was looking for. Thank you.
There you go. Okay. Let's get going.
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome, everybody, to Laumeier Sculpture Park. So where are we? We are about 15 miles from downtown St. Louis, or about 20 minutes, which I jokingly say everything's 20 minutes away in St. Louis. Am I right? Those of you that are from the St. Louis area, don't we all, I feel like we're always like, oh, it's about 20 minutes away. Yeah, exactly, Maureen. We're in a part of St. Louis called Sunset Hills. It's the neighborhood, kind of near Kirkwood. We're near the intersections of I-270 and Highway 44. This is a 105-acre open-air museum and sculpture park. Yeah, I kind of wanted to show that neon sign, but I don't know that we can get to it.
Oh.
So maybe I'll skip the neon sign.
Yeah.
So let's just go around. We're going to go around the circle while I give a little bit of information, and then we'll make our way into the heart of everything. So the park is maintained in partnership with the St. Louis County Parks and Rec Department. It's supported by the Laumeier Endowment Fund, as well as the National Endowment for the Arts, the NEA, Regional Arts Commission, University of Missouri St. Louis, Missouri Arts Council. So lots of different councils and endowments and organizations help fund this park. Houses over 70 sculptures, so we are going to see quite a few, but not nearly all of them today because there's so many. And it features a 1.4 mile or 2.3 kilometer walking trail, educational programs. There's an indoor gallery in the Tudor Stone Mansion that we just walked past, but when we get around the circle, we'll show it to you from afar so you can take in the entire little Tudor mansion. 1816 was when that was built. This piece that you're looking at right here, I love this piece because it's sort of two functions. Originally it served one function, which was what? A cement mixer. So picture that on the back of a cement truck as a cement mixer. It's about 8 feet high and about 15 feet long, or 2.4 meters by 4.5 meters. So the artist of this is Alexandre de Cunha, and he likes to use existing objects and then present them in a new way. So this is called Mix Americana. Mix meaning a reference to the cement mixer, and Americana meaning to the reference to the way that he painted it in this sort of patriotic red, white, and blue. And it also kind of serves as a sundial if you climb inside, which there are snowbanks around it. So I don't think we can climb inside today. Let's just show back to the Tudor Mansion, shall we? You can't, it's sort of hard to see. The light's probably not in our favor, but on the entrance to the little mansion there is the sign that says Laumeier, which I was hoping to go up to, but the snow doesn't want us to do that today. But there's a little neon sign there by Terry Allen that was commissioned for the park. But the Tudor Mansion was built in 1816, and again, there's an indoor gallery there as well, which we're not going to go in today because we want to do as much as we can outside as well. Now, in the middle, you can see kind of a little gold bust there caged in. That's by Judith Shea, a name that's come up on a couple of our Sculpture Garden tours. If anybody's new to us, we've done quite a few. How many Sculpture Garden tours have we done? Gosh, at least 4. But she's come up a couple times. We showed one of her works in Kansas City, one of her works at the Smithsonian in D.C. But this whole garden is called the American Heartland Garden. And in the middle there, she's known as the Public Goddess, cast in bronze and burnished with gold foil, and then covered or surrounded by wrought iron. The whole garden itself is literally heart-shaped, which... Patrick, can you climb a tree so we can see that from the camera? But the the idea of the public goddess is that she's caged yet exposed, right there, kind of pointing out the complexities of domestic life as both limiting and ideal.
Tracy, yeah, it looks like I think the M and the E are working, so
Yeah.
it spells out me.
Me. I wanted to go over there, but do you think the snow's not in our favor? Because ultimately I want to go back that way.
I mean, we should. That's a
You wanna
cool,
go over there?
that's a
Yeah,
cool
yeah, okay.
piece. We have to show
All
it.
right, we're going to go traipsing through the snow over here to show you Ricardo Cat. Oh, maybe we could go to the parking lot. That might be better. So as we make our way over there, I'll tell you a little more about where we are. So if anybody that has joined in after we started, again, we're in the Laumeier Sculpture Park. We're about 15 miles from downtown St. Louis.
No, should we go?
I mean, I don't mind going through the snow.
Yeah,
Is that
let's
what you
do
want to
it.
do? We're
Yeah.
going to just go through the snow. Other people have, so why not? Why not us? So it's named after Henry and Matilda Laumeier, who lived on this property for years, and upon Matilda's death in 1968, she bequeathed the land to the city with the express purpose of that it be used for passive purposes, as in no sports fields. Here we go. This is Ricardo Cat. I love this one. This is by Nikki de Saint-Phal. So this is made of ceramic tile and stone, stained glass, mirrors, and it's kind of drawing on Egyptian and Greek and sort of pre-Columbian tales about that kind of encapsulate the roles of a playful kitten as well as sheltering mother. So you can see the cat on the top and then the sheltering aspect, because I'm going to take the camera and Patrick's going to go inside.
I am?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one you can't climb on, but they do encourage you to go inside. So I just surprised him. It is a little bit like Gaudi. You're right, Mary. Absolutely. Don't get your tush wet.
Gaudi?
Sherry says, he's cute. That's Patrick's brother. Or sister, I mean. There we go. Yay. So this is again, made of all stone and glass and mosaic, and I love this piece. It's so cute.
Yeah, really cool.
Shall we?
Traipse that
Yeah,
way?
let's traipse that way. Yeah, and as we do go, oh yeah, this is good because we can show this piece right here because I think it's kind of funny. Let's see if anybody can guess what this is meant to be. This piece it looks like a tree right in front of us, standing tall. It's by Joseph Havel. It's made of bronze with a little bit of a patina to it. It's 16 feet tall, or 4.8 meters. Let's see if we have any guess. You want to go
Let's get
around?
on that
Yeah,
side,
oh yeah,
yeah.
because the light's not in our favor. Bear with us. You don't have to give the guesses yet.
Careful.
I will say that it's called twins, but twins is not necessarily a clue of what it does look like a propeller. It's not a propeller. I don't think anybody's going to guess, so I'm going to jump right in and tell you a bed sheet with a knot in the middle. That's what it's supposed to be. So,
Beverly, yes, fabric. Wow.
oh,
that was a good
Beverly,
guess.
well done. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so a bed sheet.
I'm going to turn us sideways so we can get the whole thing in. And, feel free to snap a picture sideways, and then you can edit that picture later if you want to keep it. Yeah, it does. It does look like a bed sheet.
So Havel actually used two bed sheets and stiffened them using modeling wax, and then cast them in bronze. And the idea is they kind of defy gravity and logic, and it's similar to the cement mixer that we showed earlier, where it uses something. Displays something in a different way than we ever thought of it before. Intentionally meant to be a little ambiguous, a little abstract. Let's go around. Well, whichever way. I don't care.
No, I didn't get wet sitting in there. I sat on a dry spot.
Oh, good. Again, this is the Tudor mansion. There's an indoor gallery here as well.
I'm sorry, did you answer that?
Oh, what does it symbolize? Well, it's supposed to be basically like Joseph Havel likes to take traditional domestic objects, like a bed sheet, and transform them into objects to kind of sort of play with our minds, our thoughts.
I love this. I guess this was like the original carriage entrance, I'm assuming, for the mansion. It's really cool.
So the idea is to think, oh yeah, you'd come up here and be like, just get out
I've
of your
arrived.
carriage. Yeah, exactly. I'm here for dinner.
Get the bags.
Yeah. So he put the bed sheets on end to show that they kind of defy gravity.
Going
And
down here?
yeah, let's do it. Why not? Other people have, and I don't see anybody laying at the bottom. So
Okay, wish us luck. Hang on to the rail.
okay, I got it. Here we go. Down, down, down. You know, that is deep.
I'm okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay, next I want to go over to this shiny statue over here. Oh yeah, the paths are not clear, so we're just going to be traipsing through the snow. Hopefully you're seeing this shiny, gleamy, mirrored subject coming into view over here.
Somebody clearly has been walking here and they had their dog with them. You can tell the little dog tracks next to the...
All right, so this piece, it is dog friendly, by the way, this park, and we probably will see somebody with their dog. So this piece right here is by Ernest Trova, and Ernest Trova was actually donated 40 works to the park, and it was kind of really what made the park take off. All the added works from Ernest Trova. That was in the 70s. The park opened in 75, but it didn't really take off till he donated those works until, I think, a year later. 76 is when he donated them. And that's when it really took off as a sculpture park. But this is made of stainless steel. It's called Falling Man, or Wrapped Manscape Figure. And this is about 4.8 meters tall, or about 1.5 meters. There's the plaque.
Sorry.
Oh, here, I can move. There we go. There you can see if anybody's curious about the plaque of it.
We're both in the way, sorry.
I should say they have a terrific website, Laumeier. So if there's anything, if we don't touch upon something that you're curious about, or we pass by a piece that we don't give information on, check out their website because they do have some terrific information. This is supposed to have some historical references that kind of extend from Egyptian and Greek all the way to Renaissance. This kind of high-tech mummy configured like a toy robot that sort of no longer is living, but also still kind of a living being. I kind of think it looks like a Degas, like the ballet dancer with her arms behind her back. Did anybody else see that? Because that's kind of what I see in it. Is that Aria? I see.
Aria.
Is that what you're pointing out? I hope so. That's exciting. Yes, we got lots of snow.
It is! Oh,
Yay.
our friend.
Yay, welcome, welcome. We have lots of snow. We have anywhere from probably 6 to 8 inches. Right now what we're walking through is about 4 inches. So let's go to this piece right here. Now, I'm bummed about this piece because it is a reference to something we were going to show off in Cahokia Mounds when the storm hit the other day and we had to cancel our tour. But this is called Wood Hinge. It's by Gigi Scaria. This is made of stainless steel. It's about 16 feet tall, or about 4.8 meters. And Gigi was inspired by a site visit to the Cahokia Mounds, which is a prehistoric site near St. Louis across the Mississippi River in Illinois. And it was the Mississippian civilization was there. Do you want to...
Yeah, I'm going to turn the camera to give a long shot. Yeah, it did look like a Degas, Sherry.
And so this work is inspired by kind of a migration shift because those Mississippian civilians kind of migrated away from that Cahokia Mounds area. And she kind of also thought of the disappearing Delhi domestic spaces in India. She's an Indian artist. And so she meticulously carved wood, stacked it on top of each other, and then cast it in steel. I think that's such a cool piece.
Let me get the shot of the sunny side of the mansion.
On
so
the sunny
pretty.
side of the mansion.
Yeah, looks kind of like a totem pole.
It does, yeah. Exactly.
I know, far from New York, Sam. I'm working here in St. Louis, and Aaron is here visiting because we are near his family. So, yeah, all right, I'm just walking backwards. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was trying to figure out which way to go.
That's a hill, so yeah, we can go that way.
You go down that path that's
We'll go
somewhat
down,
trodden.
yeah, the path that other people have made, so we'll follow in there.
So if you've been on our tours frequently, there's a name that comes up quite a bit, and that's Mark Dusevero. We show off one of his works in Lower Manhattan. For those of you that are new to us, we are normally the New York City tour guides, but we're traveling. Patrick's traveling around the country right now doing a show called The Prom, so I'm with him a little bit.
Jane, yes, the sculpture park is indeed free.
Yeah, totally. But this piece right here is another Mark Dusevero. It's called Bornibus. It's all made of steel and cable. And it kind of dominates the lawn. The idea is that it's broken out of the museum interior. And it's kind of a commentary on the friction between urban and the rural. And it is supposed to kind of be a person. You can kind of see like the arms and the legs kind of running free, basically, right in there.
You can sort of see it from this angle.
Yeah, a little bit in there. Love that. I'm just trying to see our... Oh, yeah, Beverly. Yeah, exactly. We saw some more yesterday of Mark Dusevero. He pops up in
Really is everywhere.
sculpture park. And I mean, his stuff is really terrific. So, Patrick, somebody's watching us. This is really awkward.
Well, somebody said they spy with their little eye
Oh,
earlier.
Stop looking at us.
I know. God,
This is by Tony Tassett.
take a picture. It'll last longer.
Can anybody guess what this is called? Let's see. It's just simply called...
I know.
Exactly.
It is kind of
I.
weird.
It's just called I. So this is from, it was made in 2007. It's fiberglass, resin, oil paint, and steel. It's about 12 feet in diameter, just to give you a little bit of a reference of it. And this is modeled after Tassett's own eye, never blinking, always watching over the Laumeier Sculpture Park day and night.
They never blinked?
It's never blinked.
No, Tessa.
Wait, look at the icicle hanging from the bottom of the
hilarious.
eyeball.
They need some Visine, I'd say.
Yeah, seriously. That's a little bit of a... which way do I want to go next? I want to head to that tree there in the
Yeah.
middle.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. So if it were nighttime, which you can come here at night as well, if it were nighttime, this would be lit up. You're going to see this tree smack dab in the middle ahead of us with some signs in it by David Hudson. Hutson, different than our lovely Hudson River in New York City.
Oh, thanks, Sally, putting the Mark Dusevero link in there.
Yeah. I didn't say, by the way, that Mark Dusevero's sculpting tool is a crane. Of course, a crane. He was a former construction worker, so he was quite handy with said crane. And it makes sense when you see those steel beams. So this piece is, again, by David Hudson. It's called When I Rise. He's a St. Louis artist. This is one of the newer pieces in the garden, 2018. And it's got quotes from the Mad Farmer poems by celebrated American novelist Wendell Berry. When I rise up, let me rise up joyful like a bird. When I fall, let me fall without regret like a leaf. I love that. One more time. When I rise up, let me rise up joyful like a bird. When I fall, let me fall without regret like a leaf.
I just want to get
Yeah,
this from
wanna
the
go
other
around?
side because it'll be so well lit.
Yeah. We'll try to, whenever the sun is not in our favor, we'll try to get a shot that where it is in our favor. So that one says, without regret, like a leaf up there. Again, David Hudson, a St. Louis artist.
Really cool.
Yeah. And then let me think, which way do I want to go next? Let's go to that one.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then we'll maybe zigzag. We're just going to zigzag all over. Everybody, don't get dizzy. Zigzag along with us.
Agreed, Jeannie. Couldn't agree more. Oh, look, somebody was like cross-country skiing. Look.
I think she was behind the eyeball
Oh, really?
when we were there. Yeah, she went behind it. I saw her. So this piece is called Crete. It's by Charles Genever, and it's all made of steel. This is about 53 feet long, 16 feet high.
We should go on this side.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, through this. Look, we're making the first tracks. So it's named after the Greek island. Charles has 10 sculptures from a Hellenic series, and they're each named after a Greek place, person, or myth. And they're kind of intended to be these long-lasting monuments. this sort of angular structure. It's supposed to be sort of like a merry-go-round type fluidity where the piece evolves as you go all the way around it. So if we were looking at it from straight on, what you saw as we were walking over to this area of the park, it looked much smaller, tall but thin. But then you come to this side and it's quite wide. And then as we go around it, it starts to take shape. Again, at this point, it looks like there are no gaps. It's just a straight wall, but then you see the gaps coming into view. So that's the idea, that it unexpectedly changes as you make your way around. And then from this view, you almost get a hallway in a sense.
Oh, we should show that one.
Yeah, let's do that.
That one's really cool.
I know, I like this one. And then we'll go back over that way. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Which is a lot of snow walk, but that's okay.
There's snow business like show business.
There's snow business like tour business. No? Heygo? Hey, yeah. Snow. So this piece is called Lalabulule.
Easy for you to say.
I know, right? Bless you. This is by Armand Fernandez. This is bronze and gold leaf on steel. And
I want to kind of go up close to this.
Yeah,
one,
let's do it.
It's such a cool effect.
Oh,
uh-oh.
That was deep. So Armand's similar to...
we almost went down.
There's a little dip there. Similar to the cement mixer and... now I'm blanking on the other found object that we saw earlier. But basically, it likes to take stuff from everyday life and kind of use it in different ways to confuse the terms of high versus low. So these are propeller blades. There's the propeller reference that somebody mentioned earlier. We are seeing a propeller. There it is.
Yeah, I like this one because it sort of looked like she's hiding halfway behind the propeller from this perspective. And then as we move around, you'll see that it's really just half of her.
Yeah.
And she's not actually hiding behind it, so it's a little optical illusion. And then on this side, yes, thanks, Evelyn. Yeah, it's just, there's so many dimensions to this sculpture.
And he does want it to sort of amuse and horrify, were his words, sorry. It's amusing, but it's also kind of horrifying to see this woman sort of split in half, basically.
For a while.
Yeah. Sort of supposed to be like a dragonfly, a wood nymph. He also says a science experiment gone wrong, which is also a little bit terrifying. That is ice.
Okay.
So be careful.
All right.
Ooh, we're going to cross a little icy path. Bear with us. Then let's go straight through.
Back?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go back to where we came. You go back to where you came from. Sorry. Let's say, did the family have any of these sculptures, or were they? Yeah, good question. As far as I know, none of the sculptures were part of the Laumeier's personal exhibit that are outside. I think inside there may be some, but as far as I know, all the outside sculptures came after the death, because the park didn't come around till 75, and Matilda passed away, I think I said in 68, was that right? But yeah, I don't think any that we're seeing out here are from their personal collection. So the next,
go straight across?
I think straight over. Is that our tire?
Yeah.
Oh, who knew there'd be a hill? Sadly, it's not steep enough for us to sled down again, but let's see. Jennifer and Victor. Is the inside of the building used as a museum? Yeah, it's used, exactly, yeah. It's used as a museum. So there's an indoor part there inside the Tudor mansion that is also used as a museum with a bit of a collection. Deep breath. Here we go. All right. So you're going to see a big old tire coming into view. And again, I'm kind of bummed that we had to cancel our Cahokia Mounds tour the other day, because this is the second reference to Cahokia Mounds, again, a prehistoric settlement across the Mississippi River, not too far from here. But this is by Marie Watt. It's called Earth Mover. It's made of bronze as well as rubber, clearly. And it actually commemorates the tools for the movement of the earth used to create the great mounds at Cahokia. So specifically the little basket on the right. The idea is that that was what they would have used to help create the mounds. And then the reason the mounds were all discovered was because of the development of the interstate system, thus the tire. So that's the reason for these two pieces together, basically. And again, we see this kind of partially buried, recycled kind of mega tire, and that's sort of supposed to be this monumental archway because of the interstate. And then a little basket on the side. It even has, the basket even is conformed to fit somebody's back, because they would carry those baskets on the back. Oh dear. Oh dear. What? You might have already seen a glimpse of it in the background, but similar to the giant eyeball, we also have a giant deer right here. This is also by Tony Tassett, and it is simply called Deer. D-E-E-R, not D-E-A-R, but it is kind of a deer. D-E-A-R-D-E-E-R. This is about 12 feet tall, about 20 feet long, or about 3.6 feet long, or about 3.6 meters long, or about 6 meters tall. It's supposed to be a little bit nervous, a little bit pensive, ready to make a move. Idea is that the deer is coming out of the woods. I know, lots of hearts on this one. This is probably one of our favorite ones. We were originally going to schedule the tour to end at this spot, but we want to keep going to the back lawn.
I just want to give you some perspective, just to show you how big this deer is.
Yay! It's a tall deer. Yeah. Supposed to represent the highest conceptual ambitions with a delightful populist twist, is what Tassett says.
I mean, as a hunter, if you can't get that deer, then you shouldn't be a hunter.
He also suggests with this that how nature is out of balance today in urban and suburban spaces, and how humans have impacted the other species around us. So that's kind of the idea of this giant deer in this space as well. Now we're making our way back to the center of the main lawn, and on the left we'll start to show you what is called the Way, and this is probably the most monumental piece of the whole park, and oftentimes used as the iconic image for the park. And again, it's called The Way. It's by Alexander Lieberman, and it's made of 18 salvaged steel oil tanks. So this is about 65 feet long, 102 feet tall, or about 19 meters long, about 31 meters tall. This came from funds from the National Endowment for the Arts. It was put on this site in 1980. Again, it has long been a symbol for the park. It's kind of projecting in all directions, sort of like the guns of a battleship. It's supposed to be this kind of awe-inspiring, impactful piece that kind of gives you themes of classical Greek temples, mammoth Gothic-style cathedrals.
Yeah, Susie, it's massive.
Yeah.
It really is.
Also kind of meant to give you a little bit of a Jenga feel, the game Jenga, if you guys know that game. These are from the steel tanks were discovered along the northeast coast, these salvaged tanks. And kind of also meant to be sort of a giant gateway, considering St. Louis is the gateway to the west.
It almost looks like Chinese symbols, doesn't it?
It does, from certain angles, yeah. That's what's so cool about art. It can mean different things to different people and in different ways. Should we go around it?
Yeah,
where the
'cause the
sun's
light will
hitting
be
it?
nice,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you can see the red color of it a little bit as well. And then we'll come back to that piece and then make our way. We have about 15 minutes left, by the way. We're going to make our way back to the back lawn as well with some more terrific pieces to show you. Oh, I'm walking in the cross-country skier's path. I mean, this gives you even a little bit more idea of just how massive it
really
is.
Huge.
And you might be tempted to think you could climb all over this, but there's no climbing on this sculpture. The cat that we showed earlier, they encourage you to sit inside that one, but that piece is meant to have a motherly feel to it, that hugging cat that we showed in the very beginning. But for the most part, we're going to hit one more piece that we can climb on, but all the rest of them, there are signs indicating that you cannot climb. The signs, by the way, which you'll see coming up, say, no climbing on sculpture, punishable to fullest extent.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but in my mind, I go back to like medieval times. Like that's where my brain goes when they say, oh, don't go there, yellow snow.
Oh.
Yellow snow, snow away. Okay, so this piece is called Hawthorn Tree. This is by Isaac Whitkin, American-born South African. And what I want to say about this one I think is interesting for those of you that know of Henry Moore. We've shown Henry Moore on quite a few, exactly put in stocks at the front of the Tudor mansion. Yeah. Henry Moore we've shown on so many of our Sculpture Park tours, and sometimes we laugh about it because there's so many pieces of him in so many sculpture parks, and this one doesn't have a single one, but this artist trained with Henry Moore, and you can actually kind of see some of the similarities.
Yeah, a little less of Moore this one.
Yeah, exactly. But what is kind of cool about this piece that I think is neat, the artist, Isaac Whitkin, didn't start with a drawing, as a lot of sculpture artists do, but rather conceived this sort of three-dimensional piece in beds of sand using molten metal. So we had this big bed of sand, uses the molten metal to conceive this piece, and the theme is kind of a spell being cast upon Merlin the magician by a wood nymph. But it's also reminiscent of a gnarled and thorny tree, a hawthorn tree, found in Whitkin's native South Africa. So thus, that's the name, the hawthorn tree. I feel like this path is going to be slippery.
Oh, yeah, be careful.
Yeah. We'll make our way. Well, let's go to the pool noodles.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll cross in. One of our... Oh, slippy. Slippy. Should we go to the snow?
I mean, we're almost...
Oh, we're almost into dry land. So this piece coming into view on the left is by Cosimo Cavaliero. It's called Knots. And,
Careful.
Hold on. There.
Right.
Okay, non-slippery land. Okay. This is of fabricated steel. It's about 16 feet long, although quite a bit of it is buried under snow right now. And can anybody guess can anybody say what this looks like? Of course, I already said noodles. You think of like spaghetti noodles. Pool noodles, yes, Tish, exactly, pool noodles. So kind of respins these hardcore industrial materials as flimsy pool noodles. But there's also supposed to be kind of a multi-layered concept of birth behind it. So a giant umbilical cord to symbolize the entanglement of human emotions and express our sense of confusion at our inability at times to resolve feelings or articulate thoughts. My goodness, we're all there at some point. Or I shouldn't say we're all. I'm definitely there. Let's do this tree. Yeah. And then, and then we'll go around that way. So this is by Robert Loeb. This is called The Palm at the End of the Parking Lot. Now this is made of hammered aluminum, stainless steel aluminum, stainless steel and a dead walnut tree. So the dead walnut tree is inside, and what Robert does is he wraps the tree and then uses kind of an adaptation of a technique called repoussé, which is an ancient technique where the metal is hammered to create different shapes and designs. So the texture of all of that metal is hammered to sort of look like the texture of the tree that's underneath. Kind of this fusion of natural beauty and metal handiwork.
I hope he's not hammered while he's doing it.
Well, he was. It used to be two times that size.
You can see I'm just going to use my finger to point for a second. You can see a little piece of the dead tree there sticking out at the top. You can kind of see how he wrapped it.
Can we go close to it?
Yeah.
So you can see some of that hammered aspect to it. And it's kind of supposed to show this wildly disorganized aspect of nature, rather than the tranquil one that we can see in this park setting that we're in today.
Really cool.
Well, that piece that I wanted to show is covered in snow.
Okay.
So we're going to skip that one. And let's go down to the orange piece, which actually looks quite terrific in the snow. We can just walk straight down to it, right? I think so. you can see picnic tables right here. There's quite a few all throughout the park. And like I said earlier, there's some nature trails. And the nature trails, by the way, have works of art all along them as well that are really quite fun, and some of them are interactive.
I just love pointing this out. I mean, this is so. Someone said, Susan O, I prefer the unwrapped tree. I know what you mean, but I guess if their tree is not going to live, it's cool to keep it going in some way. Speaking of trees, I love seeing trees in the winter because you get to see, as I like to call it, the bones of the tree, and just look at those, like the very tips of those branches just reaching for the sky. I just love that so much. Trees are beautiful in any season.
Yeah, was it Suzanne, you said that about the tree, I think? Yeah, I would agree. But I love that if it's dead, that they are like, let's find a new way to give it kind of a new life. But so this is by Barbara Pepper, this orange piece that we're headed towards right now. Looks like there's been some sledding happening here.
Yeah. Some folks have had some fun here.
I think we can maneuver this.
All right.
How do you feel?
Sure. Good luck to everyone.
Okay.
All right, we're doing it. It's fine.
We're okay.
All right.
But then we'll be in the parking lot in the clear.
Okay.
All right. So again, this orange piece is by Barbara Pepper, and it is made of steel and painted in kind of a construction orange color. This is about 45 feet long, about 10.5 feet tall, or about 13.4 meters long, about 3.2 meters tall. And the idea is that there's these pieces that are incapable of merging, so you can see they don't fully touch. And Pepper liked to have this tension in her work that she says that relationships can be very simple, yet at the same time quite difficult. And that is the idea of this piece, not fully being able to touch, but still holding that tension right there as well. And it's similar to the piece that we saw earlier, Crete, where you can walk around it. Oh, sorry. You can walk around it and see the piece from different angles, and it takes on new images as you make your way all the way around the piece. So there are a couple parking lots. Oh, it's called Alpha. Sorry, I don't think I said. It's called Alpha. Thanks so much. As in Alpha and Omega. It's called Alpha. Yeah, which is interesting. Sorry, I definitely should have said it because it's an interesting title when you then think about the relationship aspect of it and the tension. Oftentimes there's an alpha in a relationship. So this piece over here that looks sort of like a balloon animal, it's called Sugarbus. I love that name. Come here, Sugarbus. Term of endearment. This is by Robert Chambers. It's bronze with patina. It's about 9 feet tall, or about 2.7 meters. 6,000 pounds of bronze arranged in 45 globes, again resembling this kind of giant balloon structure. But it also represents interlocking elements, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, found in sucrose. That's the sugar part. It's really Sugabus. It's a blend of the two names, sugar and Cerberus, which is... it kind of transforms this terror evoked by a mythological three-headed guard dog of Hades into this fluffy domestic pet. There was a little hill there. Oops. If you hear us giggling randomly, it's because we've got a little bit of sliding going on.
It does look like a poodle.
It does, yeah. Yeah. And it is meant to kind of blur this line of like our love for pets and also our elemental craving for sweets, and then the whimsical alchemy of sculptural forms. So it kind of blends a lot. Ooh, there we go. Yep, okay. Just 2 feet of snow. All right. We just have a couple more to show off as we make our way to the very back of the garden. This is kind of the kids section of the garden where we're heading right now. Now I want sweets, now that I mentioned craving for sweets. But this next piece is another one that you can climb on. It's by Jessica Stockholder. It's called Flooded Chambers Made, and it's a bit of an interactive piece, and hopefully the stairs, the bleachers will let us, are clear enough that we can pop up here. This, by the way, was loaned from Madison Square Park, our beloved Madison Square Park in New York City, so this piece was there at one point. Largely constructed of industrial materials. It's supposed to be kind of a landscape, like a bit of an Alice in Wonderland-esque dream. This piece, somebody's asking name. This piece is called Flooded Chambers Made. The piece before was Sugabus, Sugabus.
All right.
Let's go up here.
So we're going to climb up these
Climb
bleachers.
every bleacher. How is it?
It's okay.
Not slippery? Okay.
I mean, not if stand on this second. This is the highest.
Okay. Coming over. There we go. So it doesn't look quite as colorful right now because some of it's covered in snow, but it's supposed to be this Alice in Wonderland wild-esque dream, interactive work with a lot of experiences where you can climb upon it and in and around it. Meant to be a social space as well, thus the bleachers sitting here so people can come, have their lunch, take the piece in. You can even see how it goes around trees. Again, this is called Flooded Chambers Made by Jessica Stockholder.
Maureen, we're actually, we want to try strange donuts, but we're getting donuts from Donut Drive-In. So I hope those donuts look really good online too. I hope those.
Oh, donut, get me started on donuts. Oh, there we go. Okay. I want to go here and then over there to the playground and then back around that way.
Okay, so let's go to that side of it.
I like it. So you can see kind of like almost like a pagoda right here. Again, we're in the children's section. This is meant to be literally a pavilion for picnics right here in the middle. And on the side of it is this, let's cut through right there. Is it going to be deep? Oh no, it's not so deep. All right, good. Oh, that's beautiful. Love that. So, yeah, it's very much a picnic area, and then on the side of it is this little playground over here. And the playground is also art meant to be played upon, designed by a St. Louis artist named, oh, thank you, hold on, named Tom Huck. And there are 3 pieces, Buzzer, Dottie, and Whisker the War Worm. Whisker the War Worm. And Whisker even has a helmet on as if prepared for war. And the idea is that, you know, art and nature can kind of blend together and make mischief and spark creativity in adults and children alike. And it's also supposed to be show some of the insects that you could find throughout the park.
Just show this pavilion
Yeah.
on the side. It's so cool and well lit. Really neat.
We have 3 more pieces to show you before we, let's go there. Before we wrap up our little tour of the Laumeier Sculptural Garden. Let's do the bigger one.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the pole in the foreground.
Okay.
Because it's one of my favorites, so I'm just saving one of my favorites for last. So the bigger piece that we're going to see coming into view is by Fletcher Benton. Oh!
You all right?
Yeah, just a tree. No big deal. And guess what? We were just talking about Donut Drive-In and strange donuts, some donut locations here in St. Louis. This piece is called Donut Number 3. Donut Number 3. There, it looks like there's even some donut holes on top of it. This is made of steel. It's about 23 feet tall, 7 meters. If it doesn't seem that tall, it's because there's a big pole sticking out to the right of it that might look like a branch on your end. But it kind of maintains balance against improbable odds. And the idea with Benton is that he's contrasting symmetry and asymmetry, order and chance, logic and uncertainty.
Let's go on the other side.
Yeah, let's do it. There's a bit of a coat of rusty red paint in places, which might not show up so well. Some of it's gone at this point. But the work is supposed to be both rigid and organic in a formal setting, but also complementing, oh gosh, the light's hitting that beautifully, this place in its natural setting as well. It is, Beverly, sort of like the electric plug from yesterday. I love that electric plug because how many people walk by it and don't realize the historical significance of the World's Fair of 1904 with that electric plug right there.
That is
Oh,
really
sorry.
cool.
All right, so our penultimate piece for today, I love this one because I'm a big Wes Anderson fan, the movie director Wes Anderson. In fact, if anybody's a Wes Anderson fan, there's a terrific Instagram account called Accidentally Wes Anderson. Accidentally Wes Anderson. And I think this piece fully classifies as accidentally Wes Anderson. It looks like something you would see in a Wes Anderson movie. This is by George Greenemeier. It's called Heritage Schooner for Deborah Lakin. And Deborah Lakin was actually the former Director of Marketing and Public Relations here at Laumeier. This is 17 feet in the air. The boat is about 6 feet long, just to give you some... Patrick, get up there to show some perspective.
If I could climb up there, I would.
Or it's about 5 meters in the air and about 1.8 meters long, the boat. And on the boat itself, it's probably hard to see from down here on the ground, but it's some of her family and friends. So her faithful German shepherd is sitting behind her, and then along with her former Laumeier employees, holding blocks of ice and fire meant to represent specific festivities in the park. And then also her brother and sister are along for the adventure. And her sister even is holding a Mickey Mouse hat. She was a fan of Disney. And then there's an evergreen tree in there that symbolizes the park. And then her parents are also seated at the tiller as well. I just love that. And you can see the wind hitting the propeller. But
we'll just pan back so you can sort of see how high it is up in the air.
I mean, art that is meant to be kind of a memorial, I think, is really quite beautiful. If anybody's passing through Carlinville, Illinois, there's actually a painting that memorializes my mother in the Carlinville Public Library, and I just love when art can do that, can live on to symbolize somebody's life. I think that's so terrific. Our last piece is going to be over this hill. And it's massive.
You just call me old?
Yeah. You're going to see it starting to come into view here. This is by Donald Lipsky, and I love the name of this piece. So get ready. Here's the name of this piece. Ball, wall. Written out, it is ball, ? Ball, ! Wall, ? Wall, ! So are they balls? Are they walls? Well, they're both. They're balls made into a wall. 55, I can't talk, steel marine buoys. They're 5 feet in diameter, or about 1.5 meters. The whole wall is 300 feet long, or about 91 meters long.
Just gonna walk through here so
Yeah.
I get a good long shot.
Yeah, totally. Well, it is wintertime, but it does kind of look like a string of pearls. These are, they're actually the summer pearls.
Well, these are my summer diamonds. Summer diamonds, summer not. All right.
Ayo!
I mean, ball. Asked and answered.
Yeah.
Right.
Wall.
All right.
So it's sort of, again, a little bit of a found material turned into art. This kind of whimsical combination of materials right here on the site. I just love it. And it's supposed to be humor and irony all together. Kind of resembles a row of soccer balls. Or also the idea of those, those office desktop toys where you pull one ball and it clicks and hits the others. So that's all kind of part of it as well. Each of these, by the way, weighs 650 pounds. So they may resemble a soccer ball, but don't go kicking it like it's a soccer ball, or you might break a leg.
Hey-o.
So this is the end of our tour, everybody. We are so happy you joined us. I guess we could just turn around here, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully we caught most of the questions. I think we got a lot of them. I know. LS, there are steel buoys, steel marine buoys. That's what those are. So don't kick it. We ran a little bit over.
Oh, so sorry.
There's lots of folks coming up after us.
Oh, yes.
In like 10 minutes.
Oh, so many fun tours.
Yeah.
Patrick Toomey's got a tour in Banff.
Ashia's doing one of her shorty tours.
Oh, yeah. She's showing Old Faithful, isn't she?
Maybe. I don't know.
I can't remember what she's showing. But,
Yeah.
Ashia's got something coming up. And Stefan.
Yeah. And Albert.
And Albert.
Yeah. And there's a
Awesome.
lot more as well.
So many exciting places to go on these Heygo tours. boy, oh boy, isn't it cool? We go on the tours all the time and pretend like we're traveling.
Kathleen, great question, and thank you to Tish. She put in our channel page.
Oh.
So if you follow our channel page, thanks so much, then when we put up the tours, then you can see when we have put
You'll
up
get
new tours.
notifications, yeah.
We are going to have at least 2 coming up this week, probably 3. Our hope is to do one more road trip tour coming up probably, what did we say, Wednesday
Yeah.
evening? Probably Wednesday night we'll have a road trip tour. And then we're probably going to have a couple of New York tours because we'll be back in New York. Patrick has next week off. So we will be I can't talk. I'm frozen.
Lips are frozen. We'll be in New York doing a couple of tours. I'm seeing lots of love and heart. Aria, we have been thinking about you.
Yay.
And we miss you, and we need to have a video chat soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Sherry, thanks for joining, and Kathy,
Yes.
and everybody else who always jump in. This is such a we love showing off the sculpture parks because it's fun to see the nature with the sculpture, and we think it's a nice fit for Heygo because it shows up nicely on the tours, and we also can be loud and and crazy outside and not have to worry about bothering people with museum pieces. We get to kind of enjoy it. So I hope you all enjoyed it as well.
Thanks, Joan.
You can also follow us on Instagram too.
Yep.
We're the NYC Tour Guys, GUYS on Instagram. You can follow us there. And again, our channel page on Heygo, you can follow us there as well. Diane and Janice and Hillary and Mary, so many great folks joining
Oh, thanks,
in.
Diane. Boy, we're seeing so much love coming our way, and just know that we feel it. It's such a cool thing, this platform that being created, that we all get to hang out together safely when everyone's trying to be safe. So it's been really wonderful to hang out with you all again. And what should we leave them with?
I think we should leave them with the winter pearls, winter diamonds,
Okay.
winter pearls. Boom. Because the snow is so cool.
All right, folks, we will see you all again soon. Agreed, Joan, us too. All right, we'll see you all.